Main and Gervais, this is ABC Columbia News.
A conflict rising. Good evening. Thanks for joining us for ABC Columbia News at 11. We're live from Main and Gervais. I'm Eric Weisfeld.
And I'm Alicia Barnes. People worldwide are monitoring the crisis between Russia and the Ukraine.
As ABC Columbia's Rochelle Dean explains, it has some wondering how worried we should be right here at home. Rochelle?
With all of the mounting tension between the Ukraine and Russia, we wanted to come downtown and find out what people are thinking about what's happening over there and the potential impact it could have on us here at home. Now, we talked to several people down here this evening who tell us they've been following the progress of what's been happening, but don't feel like they're educated enough to comment. So we went to a USC professor to find out exactly how we could be affected here at home.
I do not see the United States or the major European powers, NATO, going to war about this. And the goal is to de-escalate this.
Talks between Russia and the United States have been ongoing for days. Some of the most productive communication taking place Wednesday between Secretary of State John Kerry and his Russian counterpart. Still, USC professor Judith Kolb says this could still have a worldwide domino effect.
There's a cause for concern simply because at this point, as we all know, we're part of this big 21st century worldwide economy. It is a web. We are interconnected, and if one piece misbehaves, then the other pieces will be affected.
A history lover by nature, Evan Burns says he's been following the conflict and worries most about Russia's weapons and power to collapse an economy.
It is frightening what could come of it, if things proceed. Gas is already insanely expensive. It doesn't need to go up anymore. I mean, if it does, I'll be on a bicycle.
In fact, we've already seen gas prices rising and a dip in the stock market. Kolb says a direct result of President Vladimir Putin's actions. Professor Kolb says Putin's main goal is to become even more powerful by gaining control over the peninsula of Crimea, thereby giving Russia more respect and power.
It's not necessarily in his best interest to pursue this any further, so I think that the best we can do is exactly what we're doing.
And Secretary of State John Kerry says that conversations between the nations have made some improvements. Professor Kolb says that right now we are in a wait-and-see mode. In Columbia, Rochelle Dean, ABC Columbia News.
All right, thank you, Rochelle. And those talks are only getting started.